Good morning to everyone. This is R. Ramesh, working as the Assistant Professor, CSC Department, NNRG. Now I am teaching data structure subject in this queue. Today we will discuss about the subject queue data structure. So what is queue? What are the terminology we are using for queue? What are the operations we can perform on the queue? So before going to learn about queue, we will see the terminology front and rear. We are using two terms, front and rear. Front is used for front, referencing for front. Rear is used for referencing rear. So now, operations. What are the operations we can perform on queue? So insertion, deletion, display. Three operations we can perform on queue. So going to the next slide, our queue is look like this. Our queue is look like this. So one of the example for queue is shopping mall, bill payments. So first person will pay the bill first, and then after he is the first person. Suppose anybody want to pay the bill, he can add at end position in the line. So this is the queue principle. Suppose after inserting 5 elements in the array, so our maximum size of array is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 elements we can insert. But after inserting 5 elements, so first element indicating the front position, our last element 85 is the here last element, that is indicating the rear reference. So here we are using two variables, front and rear. Front is always indicating the first value, rear is always indicating the last inserted element in a array. So this is a one of the best example for queue. So going to the next slide, what are the contents we will learn in this session? What is queue? Example of queue. Queue working principle. Queue operations. Representations of queue. And coding output. So these are the topics we will learn in the next slides. So coming to the first point, what is queue? So queue is a linear data structure in which the insertion and deletion operations are performed at two different end positions. So queue is one of the linear data structures. We can perform two operations. First one is insertion, second one is deletion. So these two operations we can perform at two end positions. Next one. In a queue data structure, adding and removing elements are performed at two different positions. In that, the first position is called front, rear position is called end position. So the insertion is performed at one end and deletion is performed at another end. So like queue, we are standing in the queue. So inserting always perform at end position, deleting always at perform at first position. So here two different positions we are using. Now in a queue data structure, the insertion operation is performed at a position which is called as rear position. So if you want to perform the insertion operation, we are using rear position. And same like that, if you want to delete the operation, delete operation, we are using one variable that is called front. Means here front is used for inserting the values and rear is used for deleting the values. So this is the example for front and rear. So front is always indicating the first position, rear is always indicating the last position. After inserting 5 values, our array is like this. So front is always indicating the 25, rare is always indicating the 85. Suppose if you are inserting one more element, suppose assume 90, 90 is storing here. So rare is now goes to 90. What is the principle we are using for Q? So Q is working on the principle FIFO. FIFO means first in, first out. Means first inserted element is coming first or got first. That is the principle we are using. That is FIFO. So suppose if you want to buy a tickets in a movie theater or in a RTC bus stand and various offices. So first person will take the ticket and he will go out. That is FIFO. So they are applying FIFO principle. One more example is bill payments. First person will pay the first, and one more person will add the at end position. So insertion is end position, deletion is at first position. Next, operations on queue. What are the operations we can perform on queue? Here we are performing three operations. First one is enqueue. Enqueue means insert an element into a queue. Enqueue means inserting an element into a queue. And second one is dequeue. Dequeue means deleting the elements from the queue. And third one is display. Display means it displays the elements of the queue. So we are performing three operations on the queue. First one is enqueue, inserting the values. Second one is dequeue, means deleting the values. Third one is display. It displays the values of queue. Next one. Queue data structure can be implemented in two ways. So basically, how can you represent queue means here queue is represented in two ways. First one is queue using arrays and second one is queue using linked list. So queue using array is like this. So we are inserted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements. So front is always indicating the first value, rear is always indicating the last inserted element. Next, queue using linked list. In the queue using linked list, we are using the linked list concept. Means you can use single linked list or double linked list or circle linked list. So here 10, 15, 22, 50 are the nodes. Every node is containing the address. Suppose first node address is 1001, second node address is 1004, third node address is 1008, fourth node address is 1012. So we are linking the nodes by using address, and first node is always front. Here we are using pointer variable, and rear is always indicating the last node address. That is also a pointer variable. Now in this session we will learn about queue using arrays. Queue data structure using arrays. So queue data structure can be implemented using one-dimensional array. Queue data structure we will use by using one single dimensional array. The queue implemented using array stores only fixed number of data values. Means we can insert only limited values by using queue using arrays. So just we define one dimensional array for the specific size and insert or delete the values into that array by using FIFO operation with the help of the variable front and rear. So here initially if you want to perform the queue using arrays and by using FIFO operation, we should take one single dimensional array with the specific size and declare the variables front and rear. Two variables we need, front and rear. Next, initially both front and rear values are assigned -1. -1 means there is no elements in the queue. Means front and rear both values are indicating -1 initially. Whenever you want to insert a new value into the queue, increment the rear value by 1 and then insert the element at that position. So here If we want to insert any element into a queue, we are using rare variable that is always incremented by one position. Whenever you want to delete a value from the queue, then the delete element which is at front position means if you want to delete the element from the queue, we are using front variable. After deleting that element, next element is the front element. So here also front is always incremented by 1. So here Q are using 3 operations. In that we learn first one NQ operation. What is NQ operation? So NQ means inserting the value into a queue. So if we want to insert the value, here we are using rare variable. So NQ is a function. It is used to insert a new element into the queue. In a queue, new element is always inserted at rare position. So we are using one variable here called as rare for inserting. Now the NQ function takes one integer value as a parameter and insert that value into the queue. So here NQ is one of the operation. In that function we are passing one integer value as an argument. So the subfunction will take that value and insert the value into a queue. So what are the algorithm we are using for NQ? Step 1. Check whether queue is full or not. Check whether queue is full or not. How to check queue is full or not? Here array is equal to size minus 1. Our array size is maximum size here, assume size. So our array index starts from 0 and ends with size minus 1. Suppose size minus 1 value is equal to the rare means our rare value is indicating the last position value, means queue is full. If it is full, then display queue is full and insertion is not possible and terminate the function. Example for that, assume this is one of the queue. This is 0 index value 1, 2, 3, 4. Maximum size is 5 here. 5 minus 1 means 4. So rare value is here 4th index. 4 is equal to 4. Yes, queue is full. Means our maximum values are 5. Means we can insert only 5 values in this array. 6th value insertion is not possible. Now step 3. If it is not full, then if it is not full means, suppose if you observe this diagram, our queue maximum size is here 6, size minus 1, 6 minus 1 means 5. So index starts from 0 and ends with size minus 1. Here front is indicating the 0 index value, that is 7. Rear is indicating the 4 index value, that is 1. Here space is there, means we can insert one more element in the queue. Means our condition is false. If it is not full, yes, it is not full. Then increment the rare value by 1. Here rare value is 4. Increment the rare value by 1 means rare plus plus, it goes to 5. And then insert q of rare value is equal to our value. So q of 5 is equal to our new element. That is the step 3. So we will see the diametrically. Assume this is one of the queue. Our indexes are starts from 0 and ends with size minus 1. Our array size is 5. So index starts from 0, ends with 5 minus 1, that is 4. Our array name is q. Initially we are taking one variable front minus 1, rear also minus 1. Now I want to perform NQ operation. So I want to insert 10 into a queue. Here front is minus 1, rear is minus 1. According to algorithm, if you want to insert the values into a queue, check whether queue is full or not. So how to check queue is full or not means rear is equal to size minus 1. Yes, rear is equal to size minus 1, condition false. Then increment the rear value by 1, that is minus 1 plus 1 means 0, and insert our new element into a queue of rare position. So that is 10. So rare is indicating the 0 value, 10 is the first value. So but here if you observe this one, front is -1. So after inserting the 10 value, our array Q array is containing only one element, means that is only first element, that is only last element, means that is the front element, that is the rear element. Now assign front also 0. Now it is valid. Front and rear both variables are indicating first element. Now again if you want to perform the one more operation, that is NQ20, inserting 20. So if you want to insert the 20, check the condition rear is equal to size -1 according to algorithm. So rear value is 0, 0 is equal to 4, no, condition false. Now increment the rear value by 1, that is 0 plus 1, 1, and insert our value 20 into a queue. Again if you want to perform the insertion operation, call NQ30. So our new value is 30. Again check the condition rear value is equal size -1. Rear value 1. 1 is equal to 4. Condition false. Now increment the rear value by 1, means 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So now rear is indicating the index 2. Now insert our 30 into Q of rear. Q of 2 value is now 30. Again, if you want to perform the NQ operation, we are passing 40 as an argument here. Now check the rear value 2. 2 is equal to size -1, 4. Condition false. Again, increment the rear value by 1. That is rear indicating the index 3. Now insert our 40 into a rear position. Q of 3 is equal to 40. Now again if you want to perform one more insertion operation, that is NQ50. Now again check the condition rear is equal to size -1, that is 3 equal to 4. Condition false. Now increment the rear value by 1. So 3 plus 1, it goes to 4. Rear is now indicating the fourth index value. Now insert our 50 into Q of 4. Now Q of 4 value is 50. So again if you observe our key Q, so 0 index is front element, fourth index element is rear element. So our maximum elements of Q, 5 elements. So here 5 elements are filled. Now if you want to perform one more operation into a Q, suppose Q of 60, it is not possible. Now next one is DQ operation. DQ operation means here delete the elements from the queue. Delete the elements from the queue. How to delete? In a queue data structure, DQ is a function. It is used to delete an element from the queue. In the queue, element is always deleted at front position. So DQ means deleting. We can perform the delete operation by using the variable front. The DQ function does not take any value as an parameter. Means we will not pass any arguments in this function. So if you observe this one, if you want to perform the delete operation, check whether Q is empty or not. Means if it is empty, our deletion is not possible. How can you say that is empty? Means front and rear variables are both are -1, then our Q is empty. Now deletion is not possible. So check the Q is empty or not. Step 1, check whether Q is empty or not. Means front is equal to -1, rear is equal to -1, then Q is empty. Deletion is not possible. Otherwise, elements are there in the queue. Now we can delete. How to delete that element? By using front variable. So before deleting the queue, display the Q of front value. Assume front is equal to 0. you can delete queue of 0 element. First of all, display that element. Then after, check whether front and rear are equal or not. Front and rear are equal means two cases are there here. If it is empty, front and rear values are equal. In case our queue is containing only one element, the front and rear values are indicating same position. Suppose after inserting the first value, our front and rear are indicating 0 index. In case Q is empty, our front and rear value is indicating -1. So two cases are there. This condition is true. If it is true, then set front and rear values are -1. That is, front is equal to rear is equal to -1. Then after, increment the front value by 1. So if you want to perform the deletion operation, front value is always incremented by 1 after deleting the before value. Suppose if you take this array, our array size is 5, index starts from 0, ends with size -1. So front is 0 here, rear is index 2. Now if you want to delete 5 element, means 0 index element, now after that 1 is the front value. How to delete element from the queue? So according to algorithm, check the condition front equal to -1 and rear equal to -1, then queue is empty. Otherwise, we can delete the element from the queue. So take the one example queue diagram. One dimensional array, indexes are 0 and ends with size -1, that is 4. Elements are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Front is indicating the first value and rear is indicating the last value, that is 4. Front is 0, rear is 4. So Q of 0 element is 10, Q of 1 element is 20, Q of 2 element is 30, Q of 3 is 40, Q of 4 is 50. Now check the condition. Front value. What is the front value? 0. 0 equal to -1? False. 4 equal to -1? False. Means elements are there in a queue. Now delete front value. So we are applying DQ operation here. That is DQ of 10. I want to delete 10 element here. So 10 is deleted. Now front is incremented by 1. Means after deleting this value, after deleting the 0 index value, only 20 is the first. So increment the front value by 1. That is, front is indicating index 1. Again, if you want to perform the DQ20, again perform the delete operation. Now check the condition front equal to -1, false. Rear equal to -1, false. Then delete the 20. Then after 30 is the first element in the queue. So front is always indicating now index 2. Now again, if you want to perform the DQ30, means deleting the 30. So after deleting the 30, 40 is the first element in the queue. So our element 30 is deleted. Now front is indicating the index 3. Now again, if you want to perform again DQ operation, means deleting the 40, the front is always increment by 1. That is, it indicates the 40 deleted. Now again check the condition. Front 4 equal to -1, 4 equal to -1, condition false. Again delete that element. Front ++ and rear also deleted. Our queue is empty now. So after deleting the all values, queue is empty. Now it indicates the front -1, rear -1. Now queue is empty, deletion is not possible because -1 equal to -1 and -1 equal to -1. Condition true. So queue is empty according to step 1, deletion not possible. Next one, display operation. So what is display operation? So display operation means it is used to display the elements from the queue. So if you want to display the elements from the queue, first of all, our queue should contain some values. Then only we can display. Now, how to check our queue is containing the values or not? Means, how can you say queue is empty? Here, we are using one condition, front equal minus 1 and rear equal minus 1, then queue is empty. If it is empty, then display the queue is empty, termination the function. Our example diagram is like this. Queue is empty. There are no elements in the queue. Deletion is not possible. Otherwise, step 3. If it is not empty, then display the values. How to display? If it is not empty, take one I variable. So display the queue of I value and increment the I value by 1. Repeat the same value until I value reaches the rear position. So I is less than or equal to rear. Suppose here I value is initially 0, means I value is in the front value. Front is ever 0 and rear is equal to, so 0 less than or equal to 2, yes, display the queue of 0 value. Again 1 is equal 1 less than or equal to 2, yes, display the queue of 1 value. Again 2 less than or equal to 2, yes, display the queue of 2 element. Yes, our element I value reached the rear position, and stop the while loop and display those values 5, 7, 2. So assume this is front value, this is rear value, front and rears 0 and 5. In this diagram, the second diagram, after deleting two values, 0 position and 1 position, so 2 is the front value and 5 is the rear value. So when I is equal to means 2 less than or equal to 5, yes, display the 30. 3 less than or equal to 5, then display the 5 element. And 4 less than or equal to 5, yes, 15 element displayed. 5 less than or equal to 5, 25 displayed. This is the implementation of queue using arrays. At front is equal to, rear is equal to 5. Now coding for the queue. So if you want to perform the queue operation, initially you will take the queue with the size and take the front rear values are -1. And in the main function, we are using switch case for the choices. So here we are taking 4 choices, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 for insertion, 2 for deletion, 3 for display, 4 for exit. So if you select the case 1 choice, it goes to enqueue operation. We're passing value as an argument. If you take case 2 dequeue operation, delete the values. Case 3 means it displays the values. Case 4 means exit the program. Here we are performing enqueue operation by using the algorithm rear is equal to size -1 means queue is full, insertion not possible. Otherwise, increment the rear value by 1 and insert our new value into the queue of rear position. Dequeue operation. Front is equal to rear means queue is empty. Otherwise, display the queue of front value and check the condition front equal to rear. Then front and rear values are -1. Again, display operation. If you want to display the operation, check the condition rear equal to -1 and front equal to -1. Then queue is empty. Otherwise, assign the front value into I variable and check the condition. Repeat the loop I less than or equal to rear and display the queue of I values. So this is the output of our program. If you are selecting the choice 2, delete the 10. And if you are selecting the choice 3, after deleting the 10, 20, 30 are there. Thank you.